Hey there guys, and welcome to another episode of Let's Speedrun Link's Awakening DX 100%. In the last episode, we did a bunch of overworld stuff, pretty much finished the overworld, just about. And in this episode, we're going to be taking on Dungeon 8. So, without further ado, enter, want to avoid lag, or the text box by equipping Boot Feather here. So there are actually a couple of pretty significantly different routes. Also, fun fact, before we get started with that, you can actually move around while you push these blocks. That's not too big of a deal, but in that case it's pretty free. You just press the jump button twice and you just move in that direction. There will be something that we'll do with the boss key room later that has to do with that. That's kind of tough. So, yeah, but we'll get to that when we come to it. So, like I was saying, there are a couple of pretty significantly different routes as to how to do this dungeon. So I'm going to be showing my route through it, and then I will show the other route that I do not use. They're basically exactly the same in terms of timing, so it really comes down to what you're more comfortable with. But yeah, so I'll show my route first. What I like to do is wall clip in here, jump, then equip bomb arrows, buffer an arrow, super jump out of there, bomb that wall right there, bomb this one, then switch to feather and bombs, avoid door lag, drop a bomb, then immediately pause, switch to arrows, and then unpause while buffering an arrow input, and that dropped bomb will turn into a bomb arrow. So, saves having to wait for the bomb to explode. Shoot this eye up here, grab the key, do a diagonal block push right here to get this key. Alternatively, if you have a really hard time setting that up, you can just do this, get the key, and then jump around like that, but that is definitely a lot slower. So if you can get used to the diagonal block push, it's a lot faster. Here we want to, well, you don't have to grab these refills, but you can. And then what we want to do here is switch to sword and feather. Make sure you get a wall clip as you jump over this lava, avoid the door lag, and then super jump over here. So that is the first method. So second method, which actually, now that I think of it, this might actually be a little bit faster for 100% because we don't need to worry about getting the bomb or the arrow up or refills. So yeah, actually this probably is a faster method for 100%. I just thought about that because I'm so used to it being the same timing for any percent. But anyway, so here we don't worry about a wall clip. Come down here, do a diagonal block push right here. And this one you can tell whether you're in the right position because basically Link's fist will be kind of on this line right here, as you can see. So I mean, I've already pushed the block, so that's not a thing anymore, but you can see if I wall clip here, you'll see that I'll push the block to the left when his fist is right on that line. So anyway, then you charge up a boot, or you charge up your boots, jump before you hit the wall or the lava, bring out bomb arrows, and then hold upright while buffering a bomb arrow to get here. Bomb arrow this wall, then you want feather and arrows, grab that, do same diagonal block push here. Again, since we don't actually need the refills, I think this is a little faster. So here is the biggest difference, and here's the reason why I don't usually use that this method, really, is This room is pretty difficult, to be honest. Basically, there is a glitch where you can become invincible if you hookshot an object while you're really close to it. So you can see I'm completely invincible right now, and it's just because. And you cancel it by using the hookshot again, and a couple of other things that I forget. So, as you can see, if I just hookshot this, hookshot it again, I'm invincible, right? Well, that is used to great effect in this room, but it can be kind of tough to get some timing down. Basically, what we want to do is shield bump a P-hat into a hole before it has a chance to lift off. And hopefully it should look something like this. Hookshot here, hookshot again, and then there we go. Bump the P-hat into the hole like that. So the reason it's kind of tough is the timing is a little tight. You need to get the hookshot glitch. You need to wall clip up here. You need to make sure that this is a wall clip, and then shield bump it down, and it'll fall into that hole. It's not like horribly difficult, really, but it has a very easy snowballing effect, because if you don't get the timing right on the P-hat, you either need to wait 10 to 15 seconds for it to land, or maybe it's 5 to 10. It's probably not such a bad time loss, but you need to wait a while for the P-hat to land, and the only other option is to just reload the room and start over. So it's, as you can see, the timing's not terribly tight, but again, it's just kind of a snowballing effect. I've easily lost 20 to 30 seconds in that room by just messing it up a bunch, but again, it also comes down to personal preference, like basically everything in this game. Okay, so let me try and get my equips back to where they were. Okay, I think this is where they were at. Okay. So with that said, you can make a fast cycle on this. You just need to be kind of quick to jump off the ladder. Worst case scenario, just wait for this to come back the platform. It's a few seconds. Jump over these. Okay. So this fight will be slightly different for the red tunic folk, but not that much. The only big difference is the knockback effect knocks Blano up against the wall. So you need to just position yourself ever so slightly differently, but the fight will play out basically the exact same. So you want to charge up a spin slash. And basically, the way you want to do the Blano fight is jump and then release a spin slash, and that'll pretty much always hit him. He can be a little bit tough to deal with at first, but once you kind of get used to the logic and the timing of that fight, it really isn't too bad. So here we want to wall clip, super jump up here, grab the magic rod, and then save and quit. And then what I like to do here is feather and magic rod. Some people will use boots and feather, which is apparently slightly faster, but I prefer to have the equip be a little bit more optimized. Again, personal preference. So here is the first point where you can actually kind of work with the moving block. So what we want to do here is we want to push this, hold right until it gets to about there. Let me see. So you basically want to hold right until it hits about here-ish, or here, and then you jump. And then after that, once it gets to around here, you hold down and jump. Oh, whoops. I did that a little early. Keep doing that early, I don't know why. There we go. That's basically what you want to do. And again, if you can't get the feeling of that down, it's not a big deal to skip it. So here you want to buffer, feather, and then use magic rod at the right time in order to jump on here immediately and also avoid this burr message. Burr, that's cold. And pretty much the trick to this is you want to just make sure you're holding feather the entire time. Don't release feather, or else you will fall down too far and get that message. So hold feather the whole time, and just use magic rod before you hit the ice, and flick down to drop down those steps. Change back to sword. And now we have another mini boss. This mini boss we actually skipped in Dungeon 4, so oh yeah, I guess we skipped him in Dungeon 4, so I should probably explain him, shouldn't I? Oops. I just realized that. So, okay, basically the thing with this mini-boss is, you pretty much just want to get him stuck in the corner. You can freeze him in the corner with spin slashes pretty easily. Just kind of come up here, charge a spin slash, let go. And if you don't feel comfortable with your timing on releasing those spin slashes, you can wait like a split second before releasing the spin slash. Optimally, he won't move at all, but that can be kind of risky because if you release a spin slash too early, then he will end up going all the way around the room and you've got to waste your time. So just, you know, take a little bit of extra time to confirm it if you don't feel comfortable with the timing. So this room is really interesting. So this is the room that has this puzzle where you're supposed to, you know, fill in all of this, yada yada. There are a lot of different ways to do it. But because we have the ability to jump while this thing is moving, we can actually make our way over to where the boss key chest is and save like 2 or 3 seconds by being at the chest as it spawns. This is another thing that if you're just starting out and it's really, really difficult, don't worry about it. It saves a couple seconds, and falling in the pit or failing this because you're trying to save a couple seconds, like you waste what 10 to 15 seconds by having to reload this room and try again. So if you're having a really hard time with this, don't worry about it. But here's the way I do it. Everybody kind of does it a little differently. I use a method very similar to what Zorlax does. So pretty much I jump up here, and then as this is going up, hold right, jump down. I'm a little too far up, so now I'll jump down here. Oh, oops, I messed it up. So that's what you don't want. That's basically a worst case scenario because I wasted the maximum amount of time that I possibly could have. And I'm a little too far up again, which is unfortunate because I'm still going to have to move a little. But yeah, it's something that can be kind of really hard to get used to, and it's also really difficult to explain, to be honest. It's something you kind of have to just look at what I'm doing and try to imitate because I don't exactly know how to explain it. I guess, you know, you jump up when it's about here. As it gets to about here, you jump up and then right a couple of times, and then as you're going down here, you hold down to jump basically down to about this position is where you ideally want to be. Because if you end up on this block right here where the chest is, then the chest will actually spawn on this tile. It'll spawn below you, so you'll have to move around and get it there. So yeah, just watch what various people do. And just kind of find a setup you like, because the way I did it is not the only way to do it. So find just a setup you like, and yeah, and imitate it, and that's pretty much all I can say. So here you want to jump to avoid door lag, come up here for the second to last heart piece, re-enter. You can avoid the door lag there. We don't need this arrow refill, but if you find that you've wasted a ton of arrows for some reason, then that's there for you. Here, what we want to do is a water jump, lava jump, Jesus jump, whatever. we just want to get this jump, and on the frame that we get that water splashing, jump to the right, that will actually automatically wall clip us into this wall, because it lowers us 1 pixel down when we hit the water, which is convenient because that means we can do a Jesus jump or a super jump up here to the boss door. So Hothead is a really interesting fight. It's another thing that's kind of hard to explain, really, and a lot of it is kind of luck-based. So we want to come in here, cancel text by switching to Magic Rod and Feather, and pretty much you just want to try it. I don't really know how to explain this besides just saying spam. You kind of want to catch him, try and avoid having him get caught on the wall with like flames that... Gosh, I don't know. Hold on, let me... There, that's what you want to avoid. That's what you don't want to have happen. Also, I just realized I didn't save state before this fight. Or wait, no, I did. Oops. I'm a dumb. Never mind. Okay. So, let's see if I can get like a decent fight here. Ah. Ah. Damn. So this is a bad Hothead fight, but okay, so here... Basically, when he freezes in midair like that and goes to his last form, you kind of want to wait a little bit until he's about to fall into the water or into the lava, and then you want to start spamming your shots, and you have a decent chance of killing him before he has a chance to fall back in. Hothead, a perfect fight would basically finish before he even has a chance to bounce onto a wall, but that can be really, really difficult to achieve. It's a really hard to explain fight. Like, basically, you want to try and predict where he's going to go and start moving in that direction. Like, lead him with your shots so that he can't... so that you don't have a chance to miss with the Magic Rod. That's the biggest thing. You don't want to miss with the Magic Rod twice, because you can only have 2 Magic Rod shots on the screen at a time. So if you miss 2 times, then you kind of just can't use your Magic Rod until the flames on the wall go away. Ah, damn. Ah, dang. So that was almost a pretty good fight. But you kind of get the idea. Also, as far as when to use your Magic Rod at the very beginning of the fight, one thing I found is that you can kind of use the music as a bit of a cue. Use, like, boom, right there. It's as the music is about to start, the doo-ba, like right there. As the music is about to start, that's kind of where I start spamming my Magic Rod, and you should usually hit him depending on where he spawns. Most of the time, most of his spawn points, you will hit him if you hit it with the right timing. Ah, dang. That was almost a perfect Hothead, but that's pretty much what you want to do, ideally. It's another thing. Also, you want to stand above the door right here as he dies, because basically wherever your X position is, wherever your horizontal position is, that's where the heart container is going to spawn, and it's always going to drop down to the bottom area. So you want to just kind of wait in front of the door here, so it would spawn down here, but instead, since you're up here, you just beat it to it. But really, anywhere up here is fine, but most efficient is above the door. So yeah, that's pretty much that. It's a fight that takes a lot of practice and getting used to, and even then, it can feel like it has some luck involved with it, because his health pool is really awkward. And in preparation for the next episode, I'm actually going to be putting on Mambo, because that's just how I do. But yeah, that is pretty much going to do it for this episode of Let's Speedrun Link's Awakening. And in the next episode, we are going to be going to Dungeon 7. It should be a pretty short and sweet episode. There's really nothing to write home about in that split. So, should be pretty short transitionary episode. And yeah. So thanks everyone so much for watching. And I will see you next time.